All right, see what the fuck is popping in here today. Happy Hump Day, motherfuckers. Heading out to Rockville, Maryland to go film a video for tonight. I'm going to do a blood flow restriction arm training video, and hopefully that'll be edited up later on tonight. See what you guys are up to. What's going on? What's up? Excuse me. Yeah, well, the IG, I was just on IG, and like this is like an hour earlier than I usually on, or an hour and a half earlier than I'm usually on IG. And there was like fucking 5 people on IG. There's already 64 on here in the first like minute and a half. But it was like fucking nobody. I'm like, they must all at lunch or fucking they wait till 2:30 when I get on. I don't know. So I was like, fuck it. Rather than get on there and have fucking, there's fuck it. I appreciate it. Zach. I like squats. I like doing squats. They hurt my back. I have a compressed disc in my back. My hip doesn't rotate properly, and I'm assuming that it wasn't like since I was a kid. I'm assuming that it's from wrestling, from being slammed on my fucking back and that hip over and over again. As I also had hurt that hip when I got tossed before. So I'm assuming that's where it came from, and it doesn't rotate properly. So when I squat, if my hip doesn't rotate properly, it puts pressure on that disc, and I get a lot of pain. So my back will give out before my legs do. So I don't squat anymore. I love to squat. To me, it's fun. It's one of those things where you get under leg press, it's cool, right? If you're getting under a squat, you could possibly get fucking buried. Like you can get hurt. I've been hurt squat before, but I like that danger kind of aspect of it. Randall for a while. Randall takes a little while. Laxo's the same way. It takes like 2 or 3 weeks for you to start feeling the full effects of it. Intermittent fasting. I'll be honest with you. I have a video that's going to be coming out, okay, real soon, about why intermittent fasting is not good for muscle building. Now, for fat loss, I don't think it's a bad thing for fat loss. Like I do a modified version of fasting myself. I don't think it's that bad for fat loss. I've seen plenty of people do it and they enjoy it and it fucking works for them and you save a fuck ton of time to where you're not having to carry your food around or make your food and stuff. You eat it all basically in like a eating window. But there is a very specifically muscle building fucking lack of science behind intermittent fasting. So all those people that were talking about like, oh, you could build muscle just fine, Jerry. We're about to dispel that fucking myth real fucking quick. And I think honestly, I don't think that the intermittent fasting thing or the fasting or the 1 meal a day, whatever you want to call it, I honestly don't think that anybody was really talking about it for muscle building. They were talking about it for getting lean, and they agreed that it worked well for getting lean. I think everybody automatically applied it towards getting bigger and didn't even look into actual studies, science, whether anybody had done it. Like nobody actually read it because it took me about maybe in 30 minutes to find the information, and then I had to fucking go through it all. So I haven't heard anybody talking about it. And when I don't hear people talking about things, I automatically assume it's because everybody knows it, right? It's like this is common knowledge. You don't have to discuss it because everybody fucking knows, right? Well, the thing is, people don't talk about it because they don't know about it, which is kind of the opposite, right? 150 milligrams of test, good cruising dose. We don't answer steroid questions. That's dispensing medical information without a license. And in America, that's fucking illegal. Now, before you guys get all hooping and hollering about, well, Boston Lloyd does it and this one doesn't, if everybody else jumps off a fucking bridge, am I going to jump off a bridge? Only if I feel like jumping off the fucking bridge, right? DHEA, no, I don't use DHEA. But here's an interesting fact. Phil Hernan, who was my coach 2012 and 2013, suggested DHEA on both programs that he sent me. For my age, I was older, and it probably, I probably needed it, but you too, bro. To maintain hormonal balances. Yes, you can definitely take DHEA to maintain balance, right? Which is pretty much what the supplement is for. It was actually illegal in the 90s. Like DHE was on the control list or the ban list or whatever the fuck it is, and bodybuilders used to get it from Mexico and other countries and take it when it was considered illegal. Why? I don't fucking know, because they never really did like anything, but they used to take it. And all of a sudden they legalized it in about 1994, 5, somewhere around there. And people started buying it 25 milligrams, 50 milligrams. And I mean, I've never like taken it and been like, holy shit, look at the gains, or holy shit, my hair grew back, or anything like that. So to me, it's like if you get a blood test and you need it, then you should probably take it. But do I support teen bodybuilders who compete? Do I support them as in give them money? No. But do I support them? Fuck yes, absolutely. I mean, I myself was a 17-year-old competitor, in high school. I got made fun of. I had to shave my whole body. I put that fucking fake tan on. And, I had my posing trunks. I didn't bring them to school or anything. But, I got on stage as a senior in high school, competed in the Colonial Classic 1993. And when I came back from the show that following Monday, like I had the pro tan on my knuckles and shit, I was so super pumped and excited. And it really, it was a positive thing for me to be doing at the time, right? There was all kinds of negative shit, and there's a lot of stress of graduating high school, wanting to go on to college and not knowing what the fuck you're doing and starting life. And, bodybuilding competition was that one consistent thing that I had from 17 years old, 18 years old, 19 years old. By the time I was 18, I had improved enough to be one of the top guys in the area. And like me and my friend Donnie, who was my training partner, there was Steve D'Emerald, Reggie, who I don't really think was that good, but he did beat me once, so fuck. And basically it was just some amazing fucking passionate thing for me to do that I love. So my advice is, if you're a teenager and you love bodybuilding, you're like, I love it, keep doing it. And another thing, I mean, check this out. The ego that comes with bodybuilding. If you're doing bodybuilding as a teenager for an ego, you're probably not going to get very far. If you're doing it because you want to be the biggest guy around and be impressive, probably not going to be very successful at it. If you're doing it to impress girls, probably not going to be that successful at it. Not as much as the guy who just fucking loves doing it and is going to just kill himself, do it. So future competitions, as of now, no. But here's the thing. Never say never. Like last year, I wasn't planning on competing. I was pretty much like, I'm retired after Team U. Like, I'm done. But, last year I was having a hard time dealing with the death of my father. And, focusing on a show helps me mentally stay sane, which is the opposite of most people. Most people fucking lose their shit when they're on their diet and stuff. Me, I stay sane when I'm on it. It helps me, push through other shit that's going on in my life. So if the situation arises where I'm like, hey, I think I can do that show. I mean, again, I've talked about this before. I'm also an NPC judge now in the Mid-Atlantic region, which means I really probably can't. I mean, it's not that I can't, but I won't compete in my area where the other judges that would be judging me. So I'd have to actually go to, another area to compete, which is a giant pain in the ass. But honestly, I said this the other day on Instagram Live. If I decided to say, fuck it, I'm going to do another show, I think, honestly, I would do Masters Nationals, because you don't have to qualify first. You can literally go to Masters Nationals, compete for a pro card on the national level, and load up on fucking gear again. I would go on everything I get my fucking hands on. I would go on growth, test, and whatever the fuck it took to be, that level where I would have a chance at, winning a pro card. I mean, I tried to go to the national level and pro before, taking TRT doses and some fucking Triandro, and didn't end up too good because I was about 20 pounds light. So if I decide to do it again, and it's going to be like national level, it's going to have to be fucking let's go. Thoughts on 4 to 6 rep range? 4 to 6 rep range is not a size rep range. It is a power rep range. So I have guys that I know. For instance, little Alex Kang, if I know him, Alexander Kang. The dude is like 140 pounds and has like a 630 pound fucking squat. I mean, it's incredible how much weight he can move, but he's like 140 pounds. And he manipulates his diet to stay that weight. I mean, he's a small guy, right? Or you have got that guy, they call him the Ant. I forget his name. The long dreads always fucking deadlifting in the animal cage. So you have guys that are training in that power range that are not fucking big whatsoever, and you got girls too that are incredibly strong with small stature. You know, like in powerlifting. My friend Susie Gary, who's like a legend in powerlifting, she's a little tiny thing. Fucking world record holder. I mean, it's ridiculous what she accomplished, right? So 4 to 6 reps is not a hypertrophy training range. It is a power training range. Therefore, not the most efficient for building muscle. Now, can you build muscle? Yeah. But most people don't train 4 to 6 reps for like fucking 6 months. They do 4 to 6 reps for a workout, and then another workout they're doing 10 to 12, or they do like quote unquote finisher sets. I've seen tons of people like, oh, I do like this power training, and they do like a 25 rep set, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Oh, it's my finisher set. What the fuck is that? What are you doing? 4 to 6 reps, 30 reps? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, do you even know what the fuck is going on? And they're just like, well, I finish it off by pushing blood, so like you're trying to get hypertrophy, right? You want the muscle to get bigger? Yeah. Well, why don't you just train in the hypertrophy range? You know, like, done deal. But hypertrophy range is anywhere from 8 to 12 reps. 15, you get more towards the endurance. If you're losing strength with high intensity of interval training, it's not your training, it's your diet you have fucked up. If you're losing muscle in any way, shape, or form, your diet is fucked up. It's not your training, okay? Because think about it like this. As you're training and you have a stimulus to the muscle to make it grow, right? What builds muscle? You need amino acids, right? Most people undereat protein or undereat carbs, and some of the protein turns into glucose, and they're short in amino acids. Now, when you are getting ready for a show and you start to lose muscle at the end of the diet, I mean, your fucking metabolism is humming. It is going fucking nuts, and I don't know how the body knows, but it always knows when a show is coming up. Like, it has a fucking very good idea that, like, 2 weeks from now there's a show. Your metabolism speeds up, and you start to lose muscle, and you get weaker the last couple of weeks. And that is basically, you're not eating enough to sustain your muscle mass. As your metabolism gets faster, it starts chewing into more muscle. But if you were eating enough protein while on that diet, you wouldn't lose the muscle. So it's not about rep ranges. It's not about fucking whether or not you're training heavy enough. It's about your diet. I mean, you still got to train heavy enough to stimulate the muscle, but you have to be doing like 1 rep maxes. So weight loss is stalling because you're planning poorly. There's no such thing as a plateau, only poor planning. There isn't a single week that I plateau for a show. There isn't a single week that my clients plateau when they're dieting. Show, no show, competitor, non-competitor, not a single week. There is no plateau. But the planning that goes into the programs that I do is pretty meticulous. And it literally is a week-to-week basis. And I don't make an actual change to a client's program until I see what happened to them that week. Once I talk to them and find out what's happening, that's how I know what to change. And you're kind of staying ahead of the curve, right? When you're planning or you're dieting, you're staying ahead of the curve. So you're like, okay, this week I did this, and this is what happened to my body. If I don't change anything, my body's going to fucking adapt. I'm not going to lose the same amount of fucking fat. It's going to adapt. It's going to get more efficient at producing energy, and metabolism is going to slow. So what do we do to keep my metabolism higher? And that is where you make the change. And that is where you don't plateau. When you plateau, when your metabolism starts to slow down, right? It's called metabolic adaptation or quote-unquote metabolic damage. If that's happening, you have planned poorly. You're probably one of the calories in, calories out people where you're reducing calories, increasing cardio, and literally like counting, when I get on the treadmill, I burn 300 calories. Like, I've heard all these people with these numbers, and I'm like, if you can fucking figure out all these numbers with all these formulas, how the fuck can you not figure out how to drop 2 pounds of fat, right? Let's, go crazy and fucking go with all these formulas. 2 pounds of fat, 7,000 calories, right? 3,500 calories a piece. Do the calculations. Why can't you lose the fucking fat? It's not that you don't have the fat to lose. Your fucking training is wrong. Your recovery is wrong. Your food is wrong. Like, you're doing it wrong. You're not speeding your metabolism up. You're slowing it down. So you plateau because you slow your metabolism down. And then you have 2 choices at that point. Well, you have more than 2 choices, but the ones that you're probably thinking of, reduce the calories, increase the energy output, right? That's pretty much what you do, and then you plateau again because the body adapts again and it fucking slows down. So you have to plan better. and you have to make sure that you're on top of shit and ahead of the curve. It's like anything else. Once you're fucking behind that curve, you gotta stay ahead. Once you're behind, fucking playing catch up is almost impossible. So pre-workouts, I mean, for a pump, I think Mega Pre. For stimulants, I personally like Adrenal Rush. I mean, a lot of people like the ape shit that we have, but it's too strong for me. So BioGrow, I have not taken it, to be honest with you. I stopped taking anything that was trying to make me bigger quite a while ago. So like I went back on my TRT and I wanted to get to like 210 pounds. I got to 210 like that. Like it's just I don't need stuff to make me any bigger anymore. So it's like I don't really have any need to take it, you know. Cialis. Why the fuck would I bother taking Cialis? My dick works just fine. I get a pump, and I maintain the physique I want to maintain. Why would I take anything more than what I'm taking now? I think a lot of people take shit just to take shit. They're just fucking retarded like that. Cialis is the best pre-workout. All you motherfuckers, wait. All you motherfuckers, Viagra, Cialis, wait. Just wait. I'm starting to see the lawyer advertisements now. Me and Aaron saw one the other night, Viagra, Cialis. Wait, you'll see the damage that they're doing. You'll see. Everybody thinks they're fucking Tic Tacs. Pop them like Tic Tacs. Go to the gym. Pop them like Tic Tacs. Go have sex with some fucking random chick. Wait, there's a class action lawsuits are starting now because there's fucking heart valve problems and all kinds of other shit going on with fucking Cialis and Viagra. So, yeah, pop that. Knock yourself out. I don't know why I would want to take a fucking little bit of caffeine to go to the gym when I could take a Cialis. I take a fucking medication that has nothing to do with what I'm fucking doing. Peptides are bullshit. You got Boston Lloyd who said he took all those fucking peptides, HGH fragment, GHRP, multiple fucking peptides for a year along with HGH, right? And he didn't gain a pound of muscle that whole year. So if these things like DES and LR3 and all these fucking things work to build muscle, guess what? Boston would have put on fucking 10 pounds. And half the peptides are bullshit anyway, so. Well, you're only going to get big as fast as your genetics are going to allow. When I was a teenager, I got to 203, and then I pushed it to 205. It was hard for me to go from 203 to 205, and it was like, it just stopped right there. Like, it doesn't matter what I was fucking eating, how hard I was training, I was resting, I was fucking recording everything in notebooks, logging everything. My weight just stuck there. And I got there from, I started training at 16 or 15, 14, about 15 years old, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 5 years it took me to go from 145 to 205 naturally. And I mean, I don't have the best genetics in the world, but I can put on muscle when I want to, and I can take off fat when I want to, and it's not really much of a problem. But it just depends on your genetics and how fast you're gonna grow. I mean, steroids are the same way. Like your genetics and the way that your body absorbs those drugs and utilizes nutrients, the drugs are genetic too. All boils down to genetics. Shut up about the I know when I get like inspired, and that recovery is the key. Like recovery, you guys don't understand. Pre-workout fucking stims and fucking doing all this volume and power fucking blocks and all this. None of that shit fucking matters. I mean, none of it. Going to the gym doesn't even fucking matter unless you're recovering. It does not. You're wasting your fucking time at the gym unless you're recovering. You're absolutely 100% wasting everything you're doing if you're not recovering properly. Recovery is the number one most important fucking thing. I would rather see somebody not even go to a gym for the rest of their life than fucking train and not recover. Because you literally are fucking spinning your wheels and putting fucking stress on your body for nothing. And what the fuck? Why don't you know about recovery? Why the fuck do people not know how to get their body to recover? I just had that video I put up last night about people fucking taking time off because they fucking need time off. Well, Jared, it's good to take time off. It's like, yeah, what? It's good to take time off? Why? Why is it good to take time off? Well, you need to recover. Why aren't you recovering? It dawned on me when I started seeing people to recover. I was like, why aren't you recovering? What the fuck? Like my workout today, I'll be recovered tomorrow, but my workout, what the fuck? So it's frustrating, you know? Tanya jumps off Instagram onto YouTube. Thanks, Tanya. Well, recovery includes health. Like you're not going to recover unless you're healthy. That's another thing. Like if your immune system's not healthy and your body can't recover, like you're not fucking healthy. And I think a lot of people out there that are not recovering, Mark, are not healthy. That's the problem. You know what I mean? They have fatty liver. I'd say fucking 50% of these motherfuckers out there watching this right now trying to get huge actually have fatty liver. Like if they had their fucking blood work done, they'd be like, what the fuck? Because of the shit that they're doing to themselves. And the problem is, once your body is stressed on the level where you're not healthy, you can't recover. You know, a perfect example was that Vanodyl sulfate that I was taking fucking spiked my liver volumes through the fucking roof. Well, I couldn't recover from the workouts that I was doing, and it was actually breaking down so much muscle I couldn't rebuild. And the fucking breakdown of protein and stuff went through my kidneys, and my kidney fucking levels went up. I didn't realize I couldn't recover. I was just going to the fucking gym training. You don't feel it, you know what I mean? But all of a sudden, my skin looked better. My back stopped breaking out because I break out with acne on my back. Like when I take Deca, when I have some kind of health problems, when I'm sick. Like when I'm sick, my back breaks out, and it was doing that from the Vanodyl. So thoughts on Tren? I could give it or take it. I mean, take it or leave it. I mean, it's not this golden nectar that everybody fucking says it is. I'd say 99% of guys out there that talk about fucking Tren aren't taking it by itself. They're taking it with like 2 or 3 other things. They're like, Tren is awesome. It's like, bro, you're on fucking 3 hardcore compounds. Like, that is why your body's fucking growing. That is why you're getting bigger and aggressive. Like, you're on 4 compounds. What the fuck? It's the combination of Anadrol, Tren, Test, and fucking Deca together that is giving you those great gains, you know? Lentils? I'm not a big lentil fan, but I don't mind them. Yohimbe, fuck Yohimbe, dude. That stuff's fucking, I hate that shit. Plus, it's like, just Google and you'll find everything you want about Yohimbe. Why the fuck do I need to make a video about it, you know? Long-term side effects, again, genetic. You know, some people are going to fucking be fine. They'll be 100% fine with all the shit that they do to their body. And other people could take a little bit of something and get all fucked up. So it's just like, it just depends on your genetics. And it sucks because you don't know until you're doing the stuff. You know what I mean? You could literally fucking load up 1,000 milligrams of Tren and you're totally fine. Like blood work's good, your fucking hair's not falling out, you're good, right? And then next thing you know, fucking another guy takes, you know, a cc of Test a week and he's in the fucking hospital with his blood pressure through the fucking roof. He's got nosebleeds, his fucking hair's falling out. Just everything boils down to genetics, how your body recovers, how it uses the drugs, side effects, everything. Everything boils down to fucking genetics. No FIBO, but I'm definitely heading out to Body Power, Birmingham, England. Chess day. No, I have fucking plenty of chess videos up. Why the fuck would you want to watch me do the same shit that I do all the time? Makes no sense. Just Google fucking BioS3 chess. The Orlando Europa, well, the Dallas Europa we're definitely going to, right? With Primeval. But here's the thing. Last year, Titan went to, I believe, the Orlando. And if they go to Orlando this year, I'm going to go to the Titan booth. And cause I love the Orlando Expo. That's where I met Cavallini and all those guys down there. But I like going down there. And I want to get down to Tampa as well to do some stuff down there. So I can make a trip out of going to Tampa and Orlando and stuff like that. So if they're doing the Orlando or the Fort Lauderdale, I probably more than likely I'm going to go down there and do those expos. Prefer stevia as a sweetener. I don't prefer any sweetener, to be honest with you. I don't give a fuck. I think sucralose is just fine. I don't think it's fucking. My advice to you is don't worry about sweeteners, but don't seek them out. Like if it's in a protein powder, you're fine. If it's in a fucking pre-workout, you're fine. But don't go fucking dumping that shit in your sweet tea. You know what I mean? Like because you know it has no calories in it. You know, like. Fuck, man. I'm trying to get here and get this fucking video shot. Getting hungry already. Favorite Pop Tart flavor? I like the red velvets. Red velvet Pop Tarts. Actually, strawberry, red velvet. That's a tough one. Either the strawberry or the red velvet Pop Tarts. I don't like Pop Tarts to begin with very much. And true fact, if I get Pop Tarts, I'll break off the edges. That's just the like the cracker part, and I'll only eat the frosting part. Like I break it down. I've always done that since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I also used to just eat the tops of the cupcakes and leave all the cake. I just eat the frosting part. Yeah, Pop Tarts were like a big thing back in like I don't know, a few years ago. I don't know why the fuck people went nuts. If you ask me personally, I like Seth Feroci's fucking gummy bear thing. He does deadlifts and gummy bears on Tuesday. I'd rather eat a handful of gummy bears or a bag full of gummy bears than Pop Tarts. If I had like a choice, I'd probably go gummy bears. Jeremiah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I think that the hormone-free meat is definitely better for you, but also at the same time, like, what are those hormones doing that are in there? I mean, if I was a young kid again, do I want those hormones in my body? Like, probably not. I don't think that honestly. I think as you're older, I don't think those hormones matter as much. But I don't know what the fuck's in the food either. But Chanel has a podcast. I don't know if she has a podcast or not. Yeah, I don't think the antibiotic thing is good at all. I don't take antibiotics even when I'm sick. Like I have to be like on death's door. It's been years since I've taken an antibiotic for anything. My ex-girlfriend's mother was a nurse. Erin is a nurse, of course, and she doesn't even take antibiotics for a lot of sicknesses and shit like that either. We just let our bodies fight it off. Because the more you take antibiotics, the more your immune system takes a fucking hit. I don't want my immune system to suck. I want my immune system like when I get on a plane, I don't have to worry about everybody's coughing and fucking. I get on a plane, I'm like, oh, it sucks, but 9 out of 10 times I'm fine. I don't get any of the sickness that everybody's got. So you want a strong immune system. You know what I mean? You don't want to be one of those fucking people like you're gonna be the goddamn boy in the bubble over here because fucking your immune system sucks. Do I take tea? No, I don't take tea. I'm not a tea drinker. My wife likes iced tea a lot, but I don't like tea. More of an iced coffee guy. What do I do for posture? Nothing, and that's bad. I should be doing a lot more for posture. I do a lot of, not a lot, but I've included at least 25% of my workouts now are functional training, which I look retarded doing this shit. I'm telling you right now. You would watch me and be like, Jerry, what the fuck? But one thing I've noticed, and I picked up a few of the moves from my buddy PJ. If you guys know PJ Black, his name was Justin Gabriel with the WWE. And we were talking one day, and he said, he's really moved away from like the aesthetic training and stuff into more of the athletic training because he still is in Lucha Underground, which is a big promotion too. Him, Rey Mysterio, John Morris, and all those guys are over there now. And I started really thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? There's really no reason for me to try to fucking do the bodybuilding training all the time because I kept getting injuries from it, right? So between what Dorian Yates was telling me, what PJ was telling me, I've started including these functional pieces in my workouts. And when I first started, it was pretty fucking comical, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like I looked retarded. Like we did a video shoot in LA with Primeval. Alyssa Polisano and I were gonna do this video, and I was like, well, Seth Feroce does the bodybuilding stuff, and fucking Casey does powerlifting. I said, you know what? I'm starting to do this functional training. I know that Alyssa does that, so let's do a fucking video with functional training. And as goofy as I looked doing it, I was able to do it, which 3 months ago I wouldn't have been able to do what we were doing. So dip, dumbbell, fly, are those dangerous for a joint? I think all training in general can be dangerous. All training. Now, if the muscle is flexible, you should be able to get in the position for a dip or a fly and not have any problems. The problem comes when your muscle is no longer flexible and it can tear, right? So that, for some reason the joint's being pulled in one direction, it wants to go in another direction, and eventually you get some kind of tear. So my advice is if you like doing dips, which I mean you don't need to do dips, you don't need to do flies, but if you like doing them, just make sure that as you're progressing in strength and size that you're making sure that those muscles are pliable and they're flexible. And I went to a massage therapist last weekend, and he fucked me up because my pecs are so tight, and I have to stretch my pecs out 3 times a day every day for a month to get them to actually loosen up, because you stretch them in fucking, once a week, twice a week, even just every day at the gym, they'll tighten right back up within a few hours. So, I mean, that's something that if I could go back 20 years, I would probably make sure that I took care of my flexibility throughout the years. VasoGorge, very, very high-powered product. I also take the VasoGorge before massage therapy. As they're, doing their fucking deep tissue work, all that blood flow that gets into the muscle pulls more nutrients and helps it heal faster. Like, the idea is they want to increase blood flow to the muscle with massage therapy, right? Well, fucking take your pump product with it. It helps fucking enormously. I don't know why people don't think about this shit. Maybe it's because my brain is just like, I'm half retarded and I think differently than a lot of people with a lot of things. But, my thing is, if I can take VasoGorge and get massage therapy done and heal that much faster, that's a fucking win. You know what I mean? Like, but I also, I get the VasoGorge for free. So I can take it pre-workout, massage therapy, in the middle of the night if I want to. Like, I get the fact that a lot of people would be like, well, I can't take it because, I can't really afford it. I get it. But I'm just saying there are other applications, because maybe there's somebody watching this that doesn't even really want the pump product in the gym, but they need to, they're an athlete and they need to heal faster, and they do massage therapy and shit, so. Squat Smith machine, is it effective? It's absolutely effective, but I feel like, it's not a natural movement. It keeps you on a fucking track. So the natural movement would be the squat, which is, don't forget that if you're locked in a Smith machine, the stability muscles don't stabilize the same way, and you lose some of your overall strength. So while your legs may develop, and your fucking body may develop, when you go to do something, like, so first example is if you're doing squats and deadlifts and chin-ups and things that your body braces and stabilizes, when you go to help somebody move a couch when they're moving, you can move the couch. If you're one of those guys who fucking, like, gets on a machine and does all, they look great, but they're only doing bodybuilding movements and they're fucking non-functional whatsoever. You go to move a couch, you can't do it. You could pick the couch up, but only if you're holding it like a deadlift, or put it on your back like a squat. The Smith machine is good, I think, honestly, if you don't have a spotter, because I've actually hit myself in the head with the bar when I was squatting. I went down, and as I went down, I went to push up and moved forward a little bit, and the bar rolled and hit me, and I went like full, like rock bottom between my fucking feet, and the pins were set just a little bit too high. And I didn't realize it, and I couldn't get the fucking bar off my back this way, so I had to fall forward, and it hit me in the fucking head. And next thing you know, I'm laying on the floor looking up, and my girlfriend, Carrie, if you guys remember Carrie, comes running over, and then fucking police officer in the gym comes running over, and he was like, holy shit, I just saw that bar with 405 hit you in the back of the fucking head. Like, it just rolled right into my head, and I was kind of knocked out for a second. So, yeah, no spotter. I should have just had a spotter, right? All right, guys, I'm at the gym. I'm going to go film this video, get my shit done. So no Instagram Live today, but YouTube Live. So fuck it. It is what it is. And Tanya, thank you for coming by. Tanya's the super fan. Tanya's like my number one go-to. Like, I mean, I can tell you right now, Tanya's the fucking Tanya. You're not a guy, but if you were, you'd be the fucking man. So, all right, guys. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this video will be up here tonight. And Sophie, what's up, Soph? And then hopefully we'll get this edited and get it up here tonight. So thanks, guys. Remember, stay ahead by not getting behind.